Hey, what's up guys? So since little old me doesn't like to take things to the mechanic and pay for it because I just don't like paying for stuff that I can fix myself, I'm working on my Jeep Commander on taking the front drive shaft off because it's bad. It's making that bad clicking noise, so I'm just going to go ahead and take it off for now until I can get another one. But yeah, it's a 4x4. It's a 4.7 liter, and the front drive shaft went out. So what I've done so far is I've lifted it off the ground, as you can see, put jacks under there, put the e-brake on, and I'm gonna get under there and take off the bolts for the front drive shaft on the front end and the rear end, and it should be able to slide right out. So stay tuned. So what I'm doing, guys, as I'm taking these bolts off of the front drive shaft, I've got this first one taken out, and I'm going to lay it on the floor in the order that it's laid out on the shaft itself. So I'm marking right there on the first one to where to put back, and so forth and so on the rest of these bolts. Don't know if it really matters, but I just feel as far as the thread on the bolts, they can just go back into their home that they were in. So all right, welcome back. So got all the bolts off. So basically every time that you want to take a bolt off, because there's 4 bolts, right, and they're on different ends of the shaft. So what you're going to want to do is, since the wheels are lifted off the ground, you're going to slap this bitch in neutral. You're going to spin the shaft each time you take a bolt off. And I've got them all lined up right here. The way I'm going to put them back on. I mean, I'm no mechanic at all. I mean, I'm an IT guy. I just deal with computers. But honestly, so far this is pretty easy. I'm working on the rear end of the backside of the drive shaft. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 to 8 bolts, but not too hard. So take these bolts off, and then hopefully I don't need to take this under piece off, the support bracket, to take the drive shaft off. Hopefully I can just slide it right on out if I snake it pretty good, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to say, after you slap it in neutral and turn it to where you can reach the bolts, you're going to want to put it back in drive, because if you keep it in neutral while you're unscrewing these, the whole shaft's just going to move on its own. So when you put it back in drive, it locks it in place for you. Not sure how well you guys can see the video. Hopefully I got it set right, but I just got all the bolts off of the front drive shaft, upper and lower part of the shaft. Now I'm going to attempt to snake this thing out. So let's see how hard this thing can be. If not, I can't snake it out, then I'm gonna have to use, or I'm gonna have to take this bracket off. Should come right out, I presume. There we go. Okay, so I've got the front out, got the back, or the front and the back piece out of. The rocks are kicking my ass right now, sorry about that. But it's out, so I just gotta sneak it out from this point. I'm just cleaning the rocks off this mat. Okay, here we go. Please come right out. I hope it does, and it doesn't give me too many issues. Let's see. I might have to take this front bracket out, which I really don't want to do, because it's hitting the gas tank, or yeah, it's hitting the gas tank right now. So let me pause this and I'll come back. All right, so I tried taking the drive shaft off of the Jeep, but it's just not happening, boys and girls. This end is just getting caught. This end keeps hitting the fucking gas tank. So having to take this support bracket not completely off, but I want to get this end lowered enough to where I can go ahead and snake the drive shaft off of the Jeep. So far I'm having a great time. This is really fun. And there we go. I unscrewed these 4 bolts that were on the bottom of this support, and it dropped it about a ½ inch, which just gave me just enough room to get to slide this shaft out. And that's it. This so I'm gonna go ahead and either replace that end, new bearings and all that good stuff, because the shaft itself should be good, the yoke should be good, but I'm going to go ahead and drive the Jeep around for now until I get that repaired. So I got the front drive shaft taken off of the Jeep Commander, and to my knowledge I thought that it was still drivable, but after I took the drive shaft off, I tried to put it into drive and reverse, and it's nothing. It was nothing. So this was according to my father-in-law, which, I mean, he was right, but you have to have a 2-wheel drive, I guess, switch to switch it to 2-wheel drive so you can actually drive the thing, which makes sense. I mean, it doesn't really bother me too much. I was hoping I could drive it for a little bit while I order the new drive shaft, but in all, a new one's gonna come. Oh well. So for future references, if you were looking to replace your drive shaft and actually drive it, it's not gonna work. Bye-bye.